Welcome to my WOW Chats, words of wisdom with people that I honor and respect and whose work is in line with making this world a better place.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, thank you. And now I have to make sure I say your name right, Jivana Heyman. Yeah, and Jivana is the founder, director of Accessible Yoga Conference. We're here in Toronto. Thank you so much for letting me present here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, and actually I want to ask you something about what you said yesterday, last night in the opening. You did a beautiful speech, by the way. It was so inspiring. And I love your, you speak with just like such a conversational tone, and you're from your heart, and you're so inspiring and genuine. So thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, but I want to ask you about something you said, and if you can elaborate on it and share your your words of wisdom. So you were talking about the recent study that said yoga and meditation had been shown to potentially increase ego.
Yeah.
And you made a comment about maybe why you think that is, or can you share?
Sure. Yeah, it's a really interesting study. It just came out last week, actually. It was a study about, I think it was a pretty small study, so I think it's a little questionable, but it's an interesting area, of research that yoga and meditation actually are increasing ego, when I think we had this kind of preconceived idea that, yoga and meditation reduce the ego, which I think is the goal, ultimately, of meditation, in that we really want to connect with spirit. But what I think is happening is that, in the Yoga Sutras, there's, in the very beginning, the first chapter, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, he presents this idea that the way you practice yoga, the way that you do yoga is through practice and non-attachment. And I was always trained that non-attachment is actually the more important one. And I think we've really emphasized practice so much in the West, we're really good at doing asanas, and especially really intense ones. And we've kind of just ignored the non-attachment. And people, I think it's an ethereal concept maybe for people that doesn't really, they don't get it. And to me, it's simply service or dedication or love. The non-attachment is that expression of the spirit in the world. And I think what seems to me, my guess is, it's just a guess, that maybe what we're seeing in yoga is this intense practice that's building a lot of energy in people, but that energy is just going to the mind and the normal stuff that's already happening in the mind stuff, right? The vrittis, rather than allowing them to move beyond it, because there's no non-attachment, there's no surrender. And it's hard, I'm not trying to be critical, really. It's the hardest part of yoga, is letting go, surrender, focusing on service, giving, because if we're not trained that way, we're trained to be about me and mine, what do I get, and, and it's a shift, I think, that we haven't made culturally. So that's what happens, I think, when you take yoga and you bring it into Western culture without really, really understanding what the whole teaching offers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I love what you said about the future of yoga being service. It's yoga off the mat, practice and be more, like you said, surrendering and giving. And so thank you. And I want to just ask, so one more little thing, just to follow up, the same thing, but what would you say then to people, to me and to people, practically? So how can I start to practice, or how can we start to practice to serve? Does it mean just volunteering at a soup kitchen? So what practical advice can you give us?
I mean, that's the thing. We always conflate service with volunteering, and really that's not what it means to me. I mean, service is an attitude. It's an attitude that we bring to anything. So it can be the way we do our job, the way we take care of our kids. In fact, for me, my kids are really the ones who train me. I remember when my kids were infants and I had to just take care of them. It wasn't like I was gonna get anything for it. No one's paying me. You just love them. And that service, love and action, like you said, yoga off the mat is service and non-attachment. So I think the thing is, just figure out what you love. What are you passionate about? and then offer that to the world. Like, I want to give that. So
Yeah.
it's just about sharing what you love. And again, it doesn't have to be volunteering. It could be at your work. You
Yeah.
can get paid to do it.
Yeah, and
It's
like
okay.
you said, it's an attitude. I love that.
Yeah.
There's your wow,
Okay.
words of wisdom.
An
Service
attitude.
is an attitude.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for watching this WOW chat with Jivana Heyman. For more information on his accessible yoga teacher trainings, his online ambassador program, and a list of his conferences that he offers all around the world, please visit www.accessibleyoga.org. And Jivana is all about making yoga more accessible and inclusive for everyone. And check out some of my other WOW chats, words of wisdom with people that I admire and respect, and whose work is in line with making this world a better place.